Now that is satisfying. What the heck, and welcome back to my YouTube channel, guys. My name is Jordan, and on today's video, I'm going to show you how I take photos on my GoPro for Instagram. It's pretty simple, it's pretty straightforward, but I thought it would be a good insight into what I do because I use a GoPro a lot. I got a confession. I'm mainly making this video to motivate myself into creating more content because apart from TikTok, my YouTube and Instagram have been lacking this year due to the good reason of travel not being allowed, but still, I've got beautiful beaches out the back of my house, so I should probably use them to my advantage. For those who don't know, the new GoPro Hero 9 is actually a different size, which means you have to get new batteries, new accessories, and the whole lot. So I had to order a new GoPro Dome. This is a G Dome. This is what I love using, and no, it's not sponsored. Here's proof that it's not a sponsored video because I paid 77 USD to this company, paid by customer. So this did cost me about $100, but what it is, a GoPro Dome that lets you take 50-50 underwater shots. I've used one of these domes many a time before. I'm sure there's a few examples on the screen, but what I love to do is connect my selfie stick to my GoPro and go to the beach and see if we can get some really cool selfies underwater. For those wondering what a dome actually does, not only does it get 50-50 shots, but it can also help with clarity underwater. What I mean by that is if there's some sand particles floating around in the water, if the dome is on, it's not going to be as noticeable and it's going to be more clear than if it was just a GoPro underwater. An easy example of this is if my finger is a sand particle, if I had the sand particle this close to the lens, it's going to be in the way. Where if the dome is on the camera, it's going to at least be back here because it can't get that close to the lens. So it's just going to be spread out and more further away, so it's not going to be the focus of the shot. You honestly won't see it. The other great thing about a dome is it actually widens the image. I have no idea why or how it does that, but I see these shots with a dome and it's way wider than it would be on a normal GoPro underwater. But even if I'm not shooting 50-50, I still have the dome on underwater because generally the video and the photos are going to be way clearer and wider. Plus, because it has a natural air pocket in it, it's always going to float to the surface and you can't drop the GoPro to the ground, which is another benefit. Well, it's time to get out of my stinky room and go to the beach. Let's check it out. Welcome to my beautiful local beach. For those who don't know, I live in Newcastle, Australia, and I am very, very lucky. It's one of the most underrated places to live. So when I went out the back, I realized the water clarity wasn't as good as I'd like it to be, so it's going to be kind of tougher than I thought, but we're going to make do with what we've got. My GoPro was set to wide on burst mode, and it was taking 25 photos every 1 second. Whoa, okay, now I'm back at my house, and I've just come home after 3 hours in the ocean. I have been dumped by so many waves, but it was actually so fun. So hopefully we can look through the GoPro videos and GoPro photos, and hopefully we can get something of good quality that we can post online tonight. This is my puppy Pluto. He's very relaxed these days, just hanging out at the front of the house. Huh? Ooh, attitude. Welcome to my very messy desk, everyone. Do not judge me. And this is Jeff. Say hi to Jeff Probes, everyone. I'm a huge Survivor fan, so Jeff's always watching me, which is kind of creepy, but I kind of love it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go to a screen recording of my computer. We're going to sift through the photos with a bit of commentary over the top, and I'm just going to show you sort of how I guess I'm going to show you the whole editing process to posting on Instagram. So I'm not sure if this has any interest to anyone, but it's sort of what I do for a living, which is kind of crazy. So I thought it might have some sort of value, and I'll just show you and commentate what I'm doing along the way. Let's do it. The first step is always to find the photos that you want to edit, the ones that you think are good enough to edit, and with a GoPro, that's obviously going to be quantity over quality. I'm sorry, there's no such thing as like shooting quality photos on a GoPro. You're always going to shoot 1,000 photos and get 5 good ones. So that's what we're doing here. Once you find a photo that you like, I put it into Photoshop if there are any water droplets on the dome or the screen. I'm gonna go through quickly and go and edit all those droplets out because obviously it's better when there's no droplets all over your face and the screen. After that, I'm gonna go straight into Lightroom and start the editing process in there. I'm just clicking one button here and using my presets so it doesn't take forever. But my presets are slightly outdated for me because of my editing style has changed since 2018 when I made them. So I do a few adjustments here and there. Presets are usually used as a foundational tool anyway. After adjusting the tones, the hues, changing the color of the sky, and making that water nice and blue just the way we like it, the photo is ready for Instagram. If you wanted more of a deep dive into how I'm editing my photos, I actually have an underwater GoPro edit that I've made a whole dedicated video for, so you can check that out if you want. But let me tell you, the secret to a great GoPro photo is heavy editing. I'm talking like a lot of editing. This whole process might be a little harder if you are just by yourself like me. It is always better if you have a friend that you can sort of like lean on or can help you with the composition or framing of certain shots. But your options aren't limited. I am alone, so I use my selfie stick and I love trying to get really epic photos with my selfie stick. It's just something I really enjoy, and it means that you're not limited because you don't need a tripod. You can just carry a selfie stick and still get some really cool shots. And there you go, I've already posted my photo to Instagram and it looks really good, so I'm pretty happy with it. And that is my process from start to finish. It's not too hard. Obviously, I didn't expect it to blow your mind or anything, but it is funny how this simple process is how I make money and how I make a living. Okay, now that I've got my hat, I can say goodbye. Thank you so much for joining me on this random video. If you want more of this stuff, leave a massive thumbs up. Let me know in the comments. I am totally down to teach you literally anything you want about my life or what I do or how to get better at literally anything that I can potentially share. As always, thank you so much, and I'll see you guys in the next one. What the heck? Goodbye.